Good afternoon, Tutor Arnell. Good afternoon to all our viewers. That would be our teachers, our learners, grade 7, and all other levels who are watching us today. And of course, the parents who are with them. So, good afternoon po, everyone. And I hope everybody is safe. Hi, Tutor Arnell.
Hello, Tutor Drazel. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another session.
Yeah, so before we share our screen, let me just greet our very first viewers. So we have here Liano High School from SDO Caloocan, and then we also have learners from Ramona Integrated School, that's from SDO Isabela, and then we also have Novaliches High School that's from SDO Quezon City, and Diamantina National High School from Cabatuan East District, and we have Mangahan High School from SDO Pasig. So good
Mm.
afternoon, everyone. Okay, let's
All right,
have our screen.
all right. So let's see what we have here.
Okay,
Okay.
so let's introduce ourselves first. Once again, I am Tutor Drace from SDO Pasig, and with me is
Tutor Arnell from SDO Pasig as well, from Nagbayang High School.
yes. Yes, Tutor Arnell, I was reading the comments a while ago and I was so surprised because we are being watched. That's from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. We
Wow, that's
have
amazing.
learners watching us even as far as SDO Apayao.
Wow.
Imagine. Diba? So we're very, very proud and we're very, very happy that you're with us today. So let us have our next slide, Tutorial. So today we will be, of course, as always, we are your guide for English 7. And for this week, we now have week 6 of the first quarter. And today we're going to discuss using phrases appropriately. So
That's
let's
great.
have our next one. So, Tutor Arnell, can you do the honor, please?
All right, so we would like to thank the central office for our module number 7 today, which will be our reference for our today's discussion.
Okay, thank you very much. And also, this would be our objectives, right?
All right, so
Okay,
for
so
our objectives.
yes. Again, we divided objectives into three types. First one would be the knowledge objectives. That is what we learn through our mind, of course. And then we have learnings from the heart. And of course, learning the skills that we learn in our session for today. So let me give you a brief discussion of this one. So let's have the mind learning. That would be differentiating phrases from clauses and sentences, and then we have the learnings of the heart. That would be sharing different types of phrases about realizing the value of healthy food. And the last one would be the skills. That would be completing sentences by supplying appropriate phrases. So all these three will be our learning targets for this afternoon. So let us now begin, Tutor Arnell. Okay, so
Oh,
our featured Judy for week 4, who will be receiving our amazing badge is none other than Daniela Jamieline Sol Dizon from Mangahan High School, and she
mm,
made a paragraph explaining the importance of maintaining a healthy state of mind. So as you can see, the assignment she has done is there. So she made use of direct and reported speeches. The grammar is good, the style is good, the content is good. So that only means one thing. Daniela, you are an amazing tutie. Congratulations.
congratulations.
Let's have the next one.
Oh, a
Okay.
trivia.
Yes, this one's a trivia because we really wanted, of course, everybody to know that there are a lot of activities, there are a lot of events happening around us, so we just have to be acquainted with all these activities. And for today, Tutor Arnell,
All right, so for today, we are.
yes, we are actually that was last October 16. That
Mm,
was World Food Day. So that is every
Wow.
year on October 16. And the objective of this celebration is to inspire people about healthy diets. So the Food and Agriculture Organization was established and launched by the United Nations on this day in 1945. So
Wow.
we will be focusing all our sentences, our phrases, and our thoughts, our ideas for this tutorial session to this activity, and that would be the World Food Day. So it's going to be a very yummy afternoon because we will be talking a lot about healthy food. Okay, that's
Wow.
healthy. Let's continue.
All right, so it's
Tutor
a
Nell.
review. All right, so of course, we're going to have the review of what we discussed last time. So, well, we discussed about direct speech, and as we can see in this slide, direct speech repeats exactly or verbatim what someone said or quotes the same words spoken. And of course, we also discussed about the reported speech, which is about the indirect speech, is narrating or retelling what the speaker said in the past. And so there are changes in the actual words. So I hope you can still remember these things.
Yes, that was the one we discussed last time. So now let us proceed with the next one. Okay, so as part of our review, you are going to do this activity. Now, using what you know about direct and reported speeches, you're going to identify the type of speech of the following. So, again, let me just give you our rule for doing the activities. All you need to do is just type in or just encode your answer, but don't forget to write the number that you are answering. Okay, so let us begin with item number one. Okay.
Okay. So for item number one, okay, let's see.
Okay, number one. According to Healthline, spinach tops the chart for being one of the healthiest vegetables. The answer is already there. I'm sorry. Okay, it's a bonus for you guys. So that would be direct what do you call this? Direct speech. Okay, so that's just a review. Let's have the second one, Tutor Ernell.
All right, let's see.
Okay, now
Okay.
for reported speech, we are going to have this. So let's see the number two. Okay, Dr. Willie T. Ong said that the top 10 healthiest fruits were banana, apple, citrus, strawberry, papaya, grape, watermelon, coconut, avocado, and pineapple. I think there's something wrong with our animation. So, anyway, this is what we're going to do. We'll just have this as a review. So, what you're
Mm-hmm.
going to do is just to look at the sentences. So, you will be given like a flashback of what we
Mm-hmm.
discussed last week. So let's have number three, Tutor Arnell.
All right, let's see.
Okay, so number three is another example of reported speech. So Jesse Jallet, that was 2017, explained that watermelon were mostly 92% water but soaked with nutrients. That's an example
Mm-hmm.
of reported
Reported
speech.
speech.
Yes. And number four, Tutor
Okay, for
Arnell.
number four. All right, so another example of direct speech. So in the sentence, it says, according to Dr. Kathy Warwick, people need protein for healthy growth and development and to maintain muscle mass. All right, so
Okay.
an example of a direct speech.
Yes. How about number five?
All right, now for number five. All right,
Okay, for
so well,
number
for number five, it's Dr. Katie Davidson said that apples were a good source of vitamin C. So another example of reported
reported
speech.
speech. Okay. Now let us try analyzing all these sentences. So let us now proceed with activating your prior knowledge. So let's have the so we have again we will be showing you the five sentences that we had for our review. The first one is according to Healthline, spinach tops the chart for being one of the healthiest vegetables. Number two, Dr. Willie T. Ong said that the top 10 healthiest fruits were banana, apple, citrus, strawberry, papaya, grape, watermelon, coconut, avocado, and pineapple. And number three, Jesse Chalet, 2017, explained that watermelon were mostly 92% water but soaked with nutrients. Number four, we have, according to Dr. Casey Warwick, people need protein for healthy growth and development and to maintain muscle mass. And the last, we have Dr. Katie Davidson said that apples were a good source of vitamin C. So as you can see, we have there some highlighted words, group of words, right? And all these words were highlighted with yellow. Okay, so you will
Mm-hmm.
see that. So let's have the next slide, Tutor Nell. So as you can see, we have the following um, highlighted words. For the first sentence, we have one of the healthiest vegetables. Second, we have top 10 healthiest fruits. And then we have soaked with nutrients. And then we also have for healthy growth. And then last one, we have a good source of vitamin C.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now let us see what can you now say about the thought given by these statements. Let's have the next slide, Tutor Nell. Okay, so the question now would be, what can you say about the thought given by the statements? Was there a complete thought? Please write your answer on our comment section. Were you given a complete thought by the following highlighted words? So let's try to see whether they have given that. Oh, according to Mark Platon, the sentences have signal phrases showing facts or truths. Yes. How about these sentences? So, according to Don Powell Patola, these are phrase words. Okay, let us see. Let us see the next slide, Tutor Arnel.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
so that was already answered by Don Powell Patola. Okay, and he said that these are called phrases. So, what are phrases? Tutor Arnel?
all right. So, phrase is a group of words that work together to make meaning, but it is not a complete sentence.
Okay, so next. Now, these words, of course, are the thought or the topic that we are going to discuss today. Now, let us see this one. Based on the sentences that we have had a while ago, I got one phrase, and that is a good source of vitamin C. I got this from the sentence Dr. Katie Davidson said that apples were a good source of vitamin C. And then I looked for a clause, and that would be on the middle of the table that said that apples were a good source of vitamin C. Now, I would like you to analyze these three columns: the phrase, the clause, and the sentence. And let us look at the next slide. Okay, now, Tutor Arnell, please.
All right. So, how will I know if it is a phrase, a clause, or a sentence? So, that's a good question about this
Yes.
lesson.
Yes, so how will you know that now? After we have given you the examples a while ago about the phrase, the clause, and the sentence, now how will you differentiate one from the other? How, what is a phrase? What is a clause? And what is a sentence? According to Stephanie Jasanta, the phrases have no complete idea. Okay, we will find that out later. According to John Vic Abalorio, these are phrases. Yes, now, how will you differentiate one from the other? Okay,
Mm,
so according to Samantha Avi, the phrase doesn't don't give a complete thought. Yes, so we will see that later. We will just be getting all your responses first. So according to JM, phrase mentions the main idea while the clause gave hints about the sentences. On the other hand, the sentence mentions the whole thing. Sentence, according to Mark Platon, has complete thought. And to Joseph de Sales, a clause is a group of words that contains a subject and a verb, but a phrase is a group of words that doesn't contain a subject and a verb. Okay, according to John Christian Meneses, the quickest way to identify whether a group of words is a phrase or a clause is to look for both the subject and the verb. If you can find both, then it's a clause. If you can find only one or the other, then it's a phrase. Now, let us see if
Mm.
their answers are correct.
All right. So do we have to go to the next slide, Tutor Drazel?
Yes, Tutor Ernell.
Okay. All right. So let's check it out.
Okay, so Tutor Ernell, please.
All right. So on our slide, it says here that a phrase may only have one part. So it could be either a subject or a verb. On the other hand, a clause contains a subject and a verb, but okay, remember this, it does not always express a complete thought. However, for a sentence, it has a subject and it has a verb and always expresses a complete thought.
Okay, so let me just remind all our viewers that you have to remember these three important things, okay, about a phrase, about a clause, and about a sentence, because all this will be discussed in the next lessons that we are going to have in the next weeks. Today, we're going to discuss phrase, and then that will be followed by the sentence and by the clause. So don't ever forget these thoughts, okay? So let us proceed, Tutor Arnell.
All right.
So again, a phrase is a group of words that adds meaning to a sentence. A phrase is not a sentence because it is not a complete idea with a subject, a verb, and a predicate. So don't be misled with that. Again, the phrase will not be giving you a complete idea. Let's have the next one.
All right.
Okay, Tutor Arnell.
All right. So we have a diagram here which tells us about the types of phrases. Okay. So we do have noun phrase. Okay, wait a moment. So we do have noun phrase, gerund phrase, prepositional phrase, and we also have verb phrase, infinitive phrase, and participial phrase. So I
Yeah,
think we will be
so
knowing the differences of this later.
yes, we need to discuss this one by one so our learners will not be confused.
That's right.
Yes, so let us proceed with our first type. Okay, so our first type would be a noun phrase. A noun phrase consists of a noun and all its modifiers. Now, for every type of noun, for every type of phrase, we will be giving examples so you will not get confused. Okay, so examples for noun phrase, we have a healthy diet. Number two, we have most nutritious food. And three is the yummiest fruit. Okay, that is the noun phrase. And let's
Mhm.
have the second phrase, Tutor Anel.
All right, so we do have what we call a verb phrase, and a verb phrase consists of a verb and all its modifiers. So we do have examples as well. So the first example that we have here is was eating healthy food, has been drinking milk, and of course, we're having a healthy diet.
Okay, so that will be the second. Now let's proceed with the third one. So the third one is a gerund phrase. Now, a gerund phrase is a group of words that is introduced by a verb ending in ing. Okay, so of course it functions as a noun. Number one, we have eating healthy food. Number two is drinking milk. And the third is having a healthy diet.
Mhm.
Tutor Arnell, can you please tell them the fourth type of phrase?
All right, the fourth type of phrase is the infinitive phrase. And the definition says here an infinitive phrase is a phrase introduced by the word to plus verb. So examples are the following: to grab a nutritious snack, to drink milk, and to avoid too much sweets.
Yes, all those sweets are very, very delicious. We
Yeah.
really have to avoid it, or you'll end up like me. I'm diabetic, so you really have to do to avoid too much sweets. Next,
Right.
let's the next slide, please.
Okay.
Okay, so we now have prepositional phrase, and this phrase is a phrase introduced by a preposition plus an object plus any word that modifies the object. So examples for prepositional phrase are the following. First, after a nutritious breakfast. Number two, at least 8 times a day. And number three, before going to bed.
Okay, right.
Let's have the next one. Tutor Arnell.
All right, so for the participial phrase, a participial phrase begins with a past or present participle. So the following examples are paired with fruit drink, all right, dipped in hot milk, and eaten in the morning. All right, it's all about
Okay.
food. It's making me hungry.
Yes, because we have to celebrate World Food Day. That's why
Right, Peter
everything will
Jason?
be about food. Okay, so we will know whether you already understood everything, of course, whether not about the food, of course, but about the lesson. So we're going to have our first activity for this afternoon, and that would be about identifying the type of phrase of the following items. So I would like you to remember all those types of phrases that we have discussed, because those will be your answers for the following 5 items. Again, you
Mhm,
may use the comment section. Just type in your answer. Don't forget to write the number that you are answering. Okay, while
mhm.
they are still preparing, let me just greet the following people. We have Lawrence Hermi Pastor, Jane Saludares, that they are from Diamantina National High School. That's from
Mm.
Cabatuan District. And then we also have from Polanco National High School, Winston Agnes, and Jonelyn Kelly from grade 7, Molave. Okay, so Alexandra Krishi Villaruel Patrica, she's saying hello, tutor. So hi there, Alexandra. So let us
Hello.
now proceed with our first item. Okay, so here are the choices. You will be just identifying whether it's a noun phrase, a verb phrase, gerund phrase, infinitive phrase, prepositional phrase, or
Mm.
participial phrase. Number one, we have had eaten salad for dinner. What do you think is the correct type of phrase for number one? Please write the number before your answer. Okay, so they are now typing. According to Ezel Soto, that is a participial phrase. Okay, and according to Mark Platon, it's a noun phrase. Nick
Mhm.
Gerald Ortiz also say it's a participial phrase, and so with Althea. So let us find out. Cyrus Nico is also saying it's a participial phrase. Let us see, Tutor Arnell, what's the correct answer for number one?
All right, let's see. All right, the correct
Okay, so
answer
it's
is
a verb phrase. That's a
a
verb
verb
phrase
phrase.
for number one. Let's proceed with number two.
Okay, for number two,
Tutor Arnell, can you please
uh,
do the honor?
yes. All right, so students identify what type of phrase is this? To drink 8 glasses of water every day. To drink 8 glasses of water every day.
Okay, what type of phrase would that be? That would be number two. Let us see. Our program head, Tutor May Sevilla, is watching. Hi, Tutor May.
Hi, Tutor May.
Let's have number two. So we have answers here now. Prepositional phrase. Others are saying it's an infinitive phrase.
Mhm.
And that's according to Ezel. So let us see who
All
got
right,
the correct answer, Tutor Nell.
oh my, wow, it's infinitive phrase.
Yeah,
That's
so
correct.
John Vic and Christina and Cyrus and Danilo, Mark also, and Nino, you got the correct answer. Let's proceed with number three.
Number three.
Okay, number three is the healthy eating habits. What type of phrase would that be? Again, that's the healthy eating habits. Number three. Okay, they are now typing in their answers. So let us see who will be our first. to ever post his or her answer. We have John and Flood Patayon. Number three is the noun phrase. Is that correct, Tutor Arnel?
All right, let's see if that's the correct answer. Wow, you're
Very
right.
good. Very good. So
Good
that
job.
is a noun phrase. Next, proceed with the next one. Okay, Tutor Arnel.
All right, so students, be ready with your answer. Number four is after eating a healthy dinner. After eating a healthy dinner. What kind of phrase is that?
Okay, let's see. Do we now have some answers? Tutor Arnel, I'm very happy because right now we have 165
Oh
viewers.
my,
And
a lot of
Tutor May
viewers.
is Tutor May is commenting, wow, ang daming viewers. So thank you very much for being with us today. So we now have answers here from Adelma Bauzon, prepositional phrase. From Althea, it's a gerund phrase. Okay, from Ezel, it's participial phrase. Okay, let us see who got the correct answer for
All
number
right.
four.
So let's show them the answers. Wow, it's
Okay, that's prepositional phrase. So Danilo, you got the correct answer. Let's have number five. Tutor Arnell.
all right. So the fifth, all right, is paired with pasta and bread. Oh my, this is making me hungry again. Paired with
Yes,
pasta and bread. So what do you think is the answer?
especially if the bread is garlic bread, that is really the
Yeah.
partner of pasta. See, I just had my lunch and now I'm hungry again.
Yes, I think I'll look for this kind of food later after our
Yes, I
session.
think I think also that our viewers are also getting hungry.
Hmm.
Okay, so they are now answering. So we have Althea with participial phrase, and and Janet is also saying, "I'm hungry now too." Oh yes, that is also the same with us. So for Nick, it's I lost the comment again because they're typing it very, very fast. And others are saying it's a verb phrase. For others, participial phrase. So, what is the correct answer for number five, Tutor Anel?
Let's see what's the correct answer. The correct answer is yes, that one. Participial
Okay.
phrase.
Very, very good. They got it correctly. So that only means they learned something from us today. So now let
Hmm.
us check your scores. If you got a 5 for testing one's knowledge, please comment with a happy face.
Happy
Because
face.
yes, because definitely if you got a perfect score, you'll really be very, very happy. So let us wait for their happy faces. So there are still some people typing in their answers. We have Keith Ashley Tolentino, Althea Bagoot, Jansen Robert, and we also have Katrina Kainday. And
Mm.
Clara commented with a happy face, a lot of happy faces. And we also have Jefferson with a happy face, Amiel and John Vic and Mark Kakutin, Renz also, and Althea and Lorraine and John Vic and Janiel. And they really, really got a perfect score. That's very,
Mm.
very good. Congratulations, everyone.
Congratulations, students.
So that only means one thing, that we can now proceed with our second activity.
All right, so let's see this.
Tutor Arnel, can you please give the directions?
All right, so students, be ready because you are going to supply the appropriate phrases to complete the sentences. What you're going to do is use the words in the box as your guide. All right, so do I have to show the next slide now, Tutor Drazel?
Yes, Tutor Arnel, please.
Okay, so let's see what we have here.
Okay, so number one, blank will keep your body nourished. Okay, so blank will keep your body nourished. So this is what you're going to arrange. We have the following words: we have drinking, water, off, glasses, and ate. Okay, all you
Mm-hmm.
need to do is just to arrange the following words to make a complete phrase. Okay. And of course, it has to be a sensible phrase. So please work on that one, number one now, and comment your answer. So you have to arrange the words. These are jumbled words. So you have to arrange it. Okay. Remember, you're going to have a complete phrase, not just one word, because there are some
Mhm.
people here um, who are typing
Typing
in
a
one word
word. Mhm.
only. Yes. So we have our first answer who got the instruction. That is Sean River pick drinking 8 glasses of water. Is that correct, Tutor Arnell? Let us
All right,
check.
let's check the answers.
Okay, very good, Sean. You got it correctly. That's drinking 8 glasses of water will keep your body nourished. Very good,
That's
Sean.
right.
Okay, so that's the only thing that you have to do. Arrange the jumbled letters, just like what Sean did and like what the others did also. You just have to arrange it so you can give the correct phrase. Let's have number two, Tutor Anel.
All right, now for number two.
Okay. So number two, apple is considered nutritious because it is a blank. The choices or the jumbled words are source, of, vitamin, good, C. Okay, what is your answer for number two? Okay, I think they already know about how to do the jumbling thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we now have from Danette Gansatao, a good source of vitamin C. Is that correct? So we also have some answers here. Okay, so Crisolo also mentioned that good source of vitamin C. John Joseph Cruz also mentioned good source of vitamin C. And so with Venice May Abrese and Samantha Avi and Ella Marie and Sean also and Micah and Princess. What is the correct answer for number two, Tutor Anel? So they will know if they got it correctly.
Okay, let's see. The answer for number two. It's good source of vitamin C.
Okay, so don't forget that apple is considered nutritious because it is a good source of vitamin C. So don't forget you can eat apples daily. Okay, because
Mm-hmm.
it's very good for boosting your immunity, and that is very much needed, especially now in the pandemic. We need a lot of vitamin
Mm-hmm.
C, of course, because that would be very good for our immunity. So we would not be infected that easily by the virus. Okay,
That's
so let's
right.
now have number three. Tutor Arnell, please do the honor.
All right, so for number three, it is a good habit blank before going to bed. So what do you think should be the answer here? So the words in the box are milk, drink, and chew.
Okay, so do you drink milk, Tutor Arnell?
Yes, but not all the time because I usually have troubles with my stomach when I drink a lot of
Yes.
milk.
Yes, yes, that's also my problem because I have ulcer. So, of
Mm.
course, it has really a bad effect every time I would drink milk. But from time to time,
Oh.
I do have to drink. Of course, that is really, really healthy. So they have
Mm-hmm.
an answer now. Tutorial, according to Mix, is to drink milk. Mary Rose Dacuno also said to drink milk. And so with RC and Katrina and Darren and Johan to drink milk. Is that correct, Tutorial?
All right, let's see if that's the correct answer. Yes, very good. To drink milk is the correct
Okay.
answer.
That would be a very good habit before going to bed, so you will sleep well. Okay,
That's
that's
right.
yes, that's a good thing for sleeping well. Next, let's have number four. Number four, doing simple exercises must also be done blank. Okay, the words are achieve, body, healthy, too. Okay, what do you think would be the correct answer or the correct phrase for number four? So Joey Sulio is also watching. That's from Villa Magat Elementary School, San Mateo South District. So if the grade 10 students are doing their review, now Julio is doing his advanced lessons. That's a very good study habit. Okay,
Right.
so we now have answers from Jefferson, from Sean, from Trisha, from Nino, from Nick, from Samantha, from Stephanie, from Eunice, Almira, Judah also, and they're all saying it's to achieve a healthy body. Is that correct, Tutor Anel?
Let's see if that's the correct answer. Yes, to achieve a healthy body.
Okay, they're getting the hang of it. Let's proceed with our last item. Okay. So for number five, the answer, I mean, the question is, or the item is, blank will clean our internal organs. The words are leafy, eating, sorry, there are two eatings there,
Hmm.
and vegetables. Okay, so you remove the other eating. It should only be one. That's
Hmm.
eating, leafy, and vegetables. What will be your answer for number five? Oh, we very fast. Danette already had an answer, and she said it's eating leafy vegetables. And the others are also typing in the same answers as Danette, eating leafy vegetables. Let us see if you got the answer correctly.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, the correct answer is eating leafy vegetables. Okay, I forgot the green
Mm-hmm.
there. Thank you very much for participating, and let us see your scores now. How well did you do in our second activity? Let
Mm-hmm.
us now proceed with that. So, if you got a 5 for evaluating one's knowledge, please give us a heart. Okay, a heart react if you got a 5. Let us see if they got or they will give us a heart. That would be for evaluating one's knowledge. So Mark got a 5 and Danette got a heart and a lot of hearts coming from Myrene, from Chrysolo, from Crystal May. From Crystal May, it's a fiery heart. Okay, a lot of fiery hearts. And then from Jefferson, happy Valentine's Day to you, Jefferson. You have a lot of hearts, and so with Brianna and Tyrone also. Thank you very much for all those hearts. That only means that they learned something and they did
Wow.
well in our tutorial session this afternoon. So
Congratulations.
give yourselves a tap at the back and congratulate yourselves. Congratulations, learners. You're doing well. You're doing a great job. Thank you very much for learning with us. So let us continue, Tutor Anel.
All right, so let's see generalizing learning.
Okay, so since we celebrated World Food Day last October 16, can you now share the importance of having healthy diet using the different types of phrases? So if that would be our direction, that means that you will not give us complete sentences. Okay? So again, you will only answer by giving us a phrase, only a phrase. And your answer should be about the importance of having healthy diet. Okay, so that would be our participation in celebrating World Food Day last October 16. Now let us see their answers. So again,
Mm,
please share the importance of having healthy diet, but you're going to answer that using only different types of phrases. So let's say, for example, your answer is um, to stay young. Okay, that's an
yes.
infinitive phrase. So the answer is correct. Okay, according to Danette, it's eating lots of fruits and vegetables. Okay, that'll do. Okay, because it's a phrase.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's wait for some more who will be typing in their answers. Again, it doesn't have to be too long because we're just going to answer with or using phrases. So, John Michael Janko says it's to stay healthy. Trisha said to have a healthy life. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And we also have others saying it's to stay active. That's according to Clara de Castro. And to have a healthy body from Ermin. From John Darren Esenia, to stay immune. Okay. And Danilo said to have enough sleep. Francesca, to have a healthy living. Pauline, to have a healthy skin. That's also true.
Mm-hmm.
Eric, to achieve a healthy life. Ifer, to avoid getting sick. Angela, to have a strong and healthy body. Earl, to stay alive. That's very true. If you want to stay alive,
All
you have to
right.
eat healthy. And to Sean, to have a better, to have a better life. Rizel, to live longer. Lawrence, to be healthy and strong. Judah, to live much longer. Sanchez, to stay strong. And Aaron, to have a strong and healthy body also. Princess, to avoid the virus spreading. That's very timely. Thank you for that. To Eds, to have from Eds, to have a healthy body. To have strong eyes, according to Kyle. And to attain a healthy lifestyle. That's according to Hannah. So they all gave us correct answers. They show us, or they shared the importance of having a healthy diet. Plus, they also gave correct types of phrases. So they really did understood everything about phrases. Congratulations, everyone.
Congratulations.
And thank you very much for actively participating. Let's have the next slide.
All right, so let's have the next slide now.
Okay, Tutor Arnell, please.
All right, now for summarizing learning, of course, we have to always remember that a phrase is a group of words that work together to make meaning, but it is not a complete sentence.
Yes, so don't ever forget that. So next, let us have the checking if we were able to attain the objectives that we have given you a while ago. So let us have the objectives, Tutor Arnell.
All right, so,
So the
well,
first, please, okay, Tutor Arnell.
okay. All right, so differentiate phrases from clauses and sentences. All right,
Okay,
so
then.
let's see.
Okay.
All right, share different types of phrases about realizing the value of healthy food and complete sentences by supplying appropriate phrases.
Okay, so the first objective we did that. Let us see if it has a check mark. Okay, very good. We did that in the discussion. How about the second one? Okay, so we also completed sentences and we also shared different types of phrases about realizing the value of healthy food. So we did a good job. We attained all our objectives for today.
That's right.
Let's continue. So Tutor Ernell, can you please give them the assignment now?
All right, so for your assignment students, here are the things that you have to do. So, of course, you have to use any of the phrases below in writing a slogan about having a healthy diet. So, of course, it would be like making yourselves healthy, having a balanced diet, and of course, to stay healthy.
Okay, so they're just going to choose one, of
Mm,
course. So one phrase, and then they're going to make a slogan out of that phrase. So we will be waiting for your assignments, and you're going to submit that to the following. That would be mine. That would be Tutor Dre's, my Facebook page, and
mm-hmm.
of course to the Facebook account of Tutor Arnell.
Yes.
So we're going to wait for your assignments, and then okay.
Okay, so
So
the exit assessment. All right, so well, of course, you're going to scan the QR code that you can see on our screen. All right, or you may copy the link below. So please do answer the Google form for the exit assessment.
Yes, actually, we are motivating everyone. We are encouraging
Mm-hmm.
everyone to please do the exit assessment, because we will be checking there if you really, really learned. Although this is voluntary, of course, but if you were able to do that, we can really check whether you understood the lesson. Anyway, that's only 5 items, so that would not
Mm-hmm.
consume much of your time. All you need to do is just scan the code or copy the link below. Okay, so let's
Right.
proceed with our next slide. So this slide is now for evaluation or feedback. Now, of course, we value your feedback, we value your evaluation. So please also scan the QR code or copy the link below and evaluate our session. But please do it very, very honestly, because we will be knowing more, we will be improving more because of your feedback. Okay,
That's
of course, the
right.
best would always be for you.